It's not only the members of our chapter who make this thing work, but also the leaders. And one of our members of the board of directors is going to come up right now and give us a program. That's Dan Grudzielanek, and he lives in St. Francis. He's been employed as a full-time firefighter in the city of St. Francis for about the last 14 years. Dan started photographing trains in 1993, so that was 29 years ago, so probably when he was about 1 year old. EMD is celebrating its 100th birthday this year, and it's been 50 years since EMD introduced the SD40-2 series. Designed to improve on the SD40, EMD engineers incorporated about 40 component changes and improvements, most of which focused on increasing reliability, ease of maintenance, and operating efficiency. Including custom design variants such as the tunnel motor SD40T-2 and the full cowl car body SD40-2F, sales totaled almost 4,300 units, the most successful in EMD history. All of the photos in this presentation were taken by Dan starting in the mid-1990s. Here's an interesting fact. Both my wife, Janet, and I knew Dan's dad, Frank, from our time working together at Kalmbach Publishing. One of our editors was very impressed by the sheer variety of letters in Grudzielanek that he referred to Frank as Frank alphabets. I've taken this to the next logical level by referring to Dan as Dan alphabets. It almost sounds like it should be a character on The Sopranos. I'm proud to say that Dan is a member of the board of the directors of the Wisconsin chapter NRHS. Would you all give Dan a warm welcome, and he'll step up to the microphone and launch into his program about SD40-2s. Dan Grudzielanek, everybody.
All right, thank you, Mike. So yes, so with January of this year marking 50 years since the SD40-2 line was introduced, I thought it'd be appropriate to dive into my photo archives and put together a little tribute program. So kind of like Mike said, my personal collection of photos does not go back 50 years, but what we're going to see are photos that I took starting in the mid-1990s. So I'm going to mute myself, hit play, and I hope everyone enjoys the slideshow.
Dan Grudzielanek, everybody, give him a round of applause. Yay. Anybody have any questions or comments for Dan?
My only comment is, wow, what a great look back on a great locomotive.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Classic. You're right. That sound they made. That V16 and the turbos. Yeah. Thanks.
It's a thrum. It's a thrumming sound.
It's great.
Could anybody else hear, as well as watch this slideshow presentation? You could almost hear the thunder of the SD40-2s going by.
Yeah, if you have a fertile enough imagination, you certainly can. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, that's Dan Grudzielanek, everybody. He's a director of the Wisconsin chapter NRHS. If you have not joined, it's real simple to do. Just go to www.nrhswis.org, click the join button, and it's a $21 investment to help become a supporter of this organization. So we just before we get into our final presentation for the night, just a couple of things here on our calendar that I would like to mention. On March 4th, that's the only date that is a command. March 4th, our meeting program features Alan Freed. He back in 1980 and a friend got together an old speeder and went out to Montana and plopped it on the abandoned Milwaukee Road track, and they went west for about 1,000 miles. So in the weeds on the old Milwaukee Road, documented it extensively with photographs. He's going to give us that program in March 4th. So stay tuned for information on that. It's bound to be, it's going to be a very interesting program for sure. Then on March 23rd, it's a Thursday evening, we're going to have a special unscheduled presentation by a couple of senior level managers from Watco companies. They're going to be talking to us about their acquisition of about 900 miles of Canadian National branch lines in Wisconsin, a very exclusive behind the scenes look at what went into that transaction and what transpired at day one, and some of their plans for the future operations of their lines. So that's going to be really interesting. And if you're on our email list, you're going to get info on that. Again, these meetings are made possible by members. Join at www.nrhswis.org.